I don't have the same body that you have. There's something else happening. And even people that have the same condition, it shows up differently for them. Like it's more nuanced than that. And people don't mean poorly. Actually, I mean, I've had some people actually come at me. I had a really bad relationship one time, and he believed that I was faking my pain, which was not that's like a physically unsafe space to be in, because in a moment when I am at the mercy of someone else's help, they need to believe that it's happening. It's really hard for some people, though. I still have a tiny bit of compassion there. He didn't understand, he couldn't see it. And he made sense of it by telling himself a story that I was making this up. And I've had a few doctors look at me sideways. Like the emergency room trips with my mom when this was first happening was heartbreaking. My mom had no idea what was going on. I didn't either. Everyone assumed the first time I had a huge episode that my appendix had burst, right? So they're giving me 100% attention. They're pushing on my body. They're doing all these tests. They're telling me that I might have to go in for emergency surgery. I'm like, what is going on? Like, can someone just tell me I'm going to be okay? Worst pain of my life. Like, I couldn't hide it for my mom's sake. I had to cry. I had to scream. I had to beg for help. And that was really hard to go through. And then at the end of the day, the doctor's like, we didn't find anything. Well, until you do a laparoscopic surgery, you're not going to find anything, which is crazy. Yeah. But my body was going through a lot, even in middle school and high school. I remember I was on my middle school campus. So sometime in middle school, there was a 10-day period. I had a 10-day period, and I had to run to the bathroom in between every single class. And classes are about what, an hour? And overshare, I was using a super tampon. So I'm talking about extremely heavy periods, changing every hour. And I'm in middle school. You're like wearing your sweater around your waist because you're worried that something might be showing, your best friends are checking you as you walk away, like you're okay, And I just thought this is what everyone's going through. And we're all just supposed to do this by ourselves. And that's not a really good lesson for life. When it comes to pain, yes, what I would like to say, and I don't know that I have all the solutions, but I have some ideas around this. I think we need to kind of upgrade our pain conversations. Scale obviously has its limitations. It, I'm sure, is a very interesting starting point for people, but then the conversation needs to continue. I remember being very challenged the first time I was asked to describe the pain. I was kind of thinking and waiting too long to answer, apparently. The doctor was with me, but a little bit impatient. So he was offering ideas like, is it sharp? Is it dull? Is it persistent? Is it going on and off? Right. I'm like, okay, well, that's a little bit helpful. But those exist in all of these pain conversations all the time in doctors. And I feel like I haven't heard any other multiple choice options yet. I'm like, how about vibrating pain? How about rolling pain? How do I, without giving a really graphic description, describe to you what it feels like is happening to my body? And one of the ways that it shows up for me very frequently is it feels like, trigger warning for people who have visual concerns. It feels like I have been impaled like by a pole, like through my pelvis, like just, and it can be from one side to the other or this side to this side. And I mean, the direction of this pole can be moved, but that's what it feels like I've been run through. um, and that's aggressive.